from Tallahassee Community College, and I'm a reading specialist along with Shakita Allen. And we go visit classrooms and work with great people like Kelly. And what we want to do is help people to read better, how to identify topic, main ideas, the major and minor details, how to create a graphic organizer, how to summarize the article. So when we do this, we're going to be annotating their papers, but they're not going to use pencil and paper. They're not going to use all our beautiful highlighters. They're going to use digital tools. Students are shown how to annotate the subject and main ideas, how to look for patterns of organization and mark them as causes or effects, examples, illustrations. They learn how to take and mark and define vocabulary, which is really easy using a computer. They learn how to add thought-provoking and critical questions using text field boxes. And they note either using a text field box or highlighting, circling, how to connect ideas such as how this text relates to them or another text or their community. So students are encouraged to discuss the benefits of digital annotation as we learn this new tool or way of marking up a paper. So for example, when we look up and mark in vocabulary digitally, it's much easier, in my humble opinion, than by print. So let's look at a food justice article, because that's what we're studying this semester. And this is one that I downloaded from the database, one that Kelly probably showed you. And as we're reading, there may be words that students don't understand. Maybe it's hammered home, because that's kind of used in a very metaphorical way. So we highlight it and we use the context menu, and it says look up hammered, and I select it, and it takes us directly to dictionary.com. For people that don't understand how to say the word
hammered,
we can have it, you press it and it says it for us. We can look up synonyms, we can look up examples, we can look up word origin to find out more about this rule. As you go down, it should add a more to beat or drive, to fasten, to assemble, to shape, to produce with or without by force, to pound it forcibly. None of these yet are really getting to the definition that we want. It does give idiomatic ways, but still, it's not until we get down to this almost 19 or 20 that it says to reiterate, emphasize by repetition. So in this case, I would teach them to go ahead and highlight it and then go back to the article, and they can now come here and write a little box, and they can copy the definition that they selected, and that will be in when we look at comments. I show the students how they can look at comments later, and we'll highlight it as well. Hammered, we're going to highlight it as well using a yellow color. We could change the color, because typically when I have students do the major ideas, we do it in one color, and they can pick what color, but as a class we usually choose, and then we choose one for major details and we choose one for minor details, and that way in class we can quickly help one another if students get stuck. So I'm gonna not save the changes. And then we show them how to create graphic organizers, and this is done usually in Word, and they can use either kind with the circles or with the squares. The beauty of this, they can also come to the Learning Commons later, and we can work with them in actually making these tech decisions, either using Word or PowerPoint. Then we have students summarize the article using the graphic organizer because we don't want them to plagiarize. It's so much easier for them to not plagiarize when writing from their own organizer. Sometimes I'll put the students in groups and have them take their already annotated document and put it into a summary when they're using their graphic organizer, but as a group. And so you have 5 or 6 groups who write the summary, we put them on the board, the students can look at them and then decide, oh, I like this one better. This one actually names the author and the chart and the title. So, I mean, they might work and pick and choose which ones they like better. I do lecture them, on you should always include the title. You should always include the author. And we show them the tag words the author tells, informs, or argues. But when they actually practice the skill as a group, I think it helps them better. And so the benefits of learning this to annotate digitally and do graphic organizers is that they can later take it and transfer these skills to using electronic textbooks or writing papers in upper level courses. So it's a benefit for them for their future. So now back to Kelly.